F. Scott Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby is a classic novel set in the jazz age of the 1920s, exploring themes of wealth, love, ambition, and the American dream. The story is narrated by Nick Carraway, a Yale graduate and World War I veteran who moves to West Egg, Long Island in search of success. He becomes fascinated by his mysterious and incredibly wealthy neighbor, Jay Gatsby, who throws extravagant parties but remains elusive. As Nick is drawn into Gatsby's world, he learns that Gatsby's fortune and lifestyle are all part of an elaborate effort to win back Daisy Buchanan, Nick's cousin, and Gatsby's former love. Daisy is now married to Tom Buchanan, a wealthy and arrogant man who is unfaithful to her. Despite Gatsby's grand gestures and rekindled romance with Daisy, their love is doomed by her unwillingness to leave Tom and by Gatsby's deep-rooted idealization of the past. The novel reaches its tragic climax when Daisy, driving Gatsby's car, accidentally kills Myrtle Wilson, Tom's mistress. To protect Daisy, Gatsby takes the blame, leading to his murder at the hands of George Wilson, Myrtle's grieving husband. In the end, Gatsby's lavish life and pursuit of the American dream amount to nothing, as he dies nearly alone, abandoned by those who once admired his wealth and status. Through Nick's disillusioned perspective, The Great Gatsby critiques the moral decay of the Roaring Twenties and the hollowness of wealth and social status, ultimately portraying the American dream as an unattainable illusion. Characters: Jay Gatsby. A self-made millionaire with a mysterious past, Gatsby is deeply romantic, yet tragically flawed. His wealth and grand gestures are all aimed at winning back Daisy, but his obsession with the past blinds him to reality. Nick Carraway. The novel's narrator, Nick, is both fascinated and repelled by the world of the wealthy. He initially admires Gatsby, but becomes disillusioned by the corruption and emptiness of high society. Daisy Buchanan. Gatsby's love interest, Daisy is beautiful and charming, but ultimately shallow and self-serving. She represents both Gatsby's dream and the hollowness of wealth. Tom Buchanan, Daisy's arrogant, unfaithful husband. He represents old money's entitlement and moral decay, exerting power over both Daisy and Myrtle without facing consequences. Jordan Baker, a professional golfer and Nick's love interest. She is dishonest and cynical, reflecting the overall moral decay of the upper class. Myrtle Wilson. Tom's mistress, who longs to escape her working-class life. Her tragic death symbolizes the carelessness of the wealthy, as Daisy kills her and faces no consequences. George Wilson. Myrtle's husband, a struggling garage owner. His grief over Myrtle's death drives him to kill Gatsby, showing the devastating consequences of the class divide. Themes: the American dream and its corruption. Gatsby embodies the American dream, rising from poverty to immense wealth in pursuit of success and happiness. However, his dream is corrupted by materialism and the unattainable ideal of rekindling the past with Daisy. Fitzgerald suggests that the American dream is an illusion, driven by greed and superficiality. Wealth and class divide. The novel contrasts West Egg, new money, and East Egg, old money. Gatsby, a self-made millionaire, lacks the social status and pedigree of Tom and Daisy, representing the rigid class divisions that prevent true upward mobility. The past versus the present. Gatsby is obsessed with recreating the past, believing he can restore his relationship with Daisy to what it once was. His inability to accept that time has changed leads to his downfall. Moral decay and superficiality. The wealthy characters live reckless, indulgent lives without consequence. Gatsby's guests use him for his parties but abandon him after his death. The novel critiques the selfishness and lack of genuine human connection in high society. Illusion versus reality. Gatsby constructs a persona of wealth and mystery, but his entire life is built on lies. His past, his wealth's origins, and his belief that Daisy will leave Tom. The green light at the end of Daisy's dock symbolizes both hope and the unattainable dream. Final thoughts. The Great Gatsby is a timeless critique of wealth, ambition, and the illusion of the American dream. Through its tragic protagonist, it questions whether success and happiness can ever be truly achieved, or if they are just illusions that ultimately lead to disillusionment and destruction.